This week's Parsha, Vayakhel, comes to mind a famous story. I'm not sure if it's a true story or it hasn't happened yet, but the story goes there was a small town that there lived exactly 10 Jewish men in the town. And these 10 Jewish men in the town would gather every single day in the local shul for the local minyan, and these 10 men were really the pillars of making sure that the minyan was always able to be viable. And they always fantasized about an 11th person coming to the town, because when an 11th person would come to the town, it would give one of them a break. They wouldn't have to be coming every single day because there's another person. And as the expression goes, Vahi Hayom, the day arrived that the 11th person came to town, and everybody was so excited. Now they'd be able to have a break every once in a while. And the next morning at the shul, how many people came? Nobody came, because everybody thought that someone else was going to come. And this story reminds me of the lesson in this week's Parsha, as the contributions of the Mishkan were coming in. Men, women, and children were bringing forward their resources, their raw materials, their precious metals, their fine fabrics that Moshe had asked them to bring for the construction of the Mishkan. But the Nesiim, the leadership, the tribal leaders of the Shvatim, the Torah says, the way they brought forward their contributions was a little asterisk next to their name. What does it mean, a little asterisk next to the name? It's missing a letter. It's missing a yud. And Rashi points out why is there a letter missing when it comes to the Nesiim? So says Rashi as follows: Elokach Amru Nesiim. This is what the Nesiim, the tribal leader, says. Yisnadvu tzibur masha nisnadvim. Let the public contribute what they contribute. Masha machasron anu mashlimin also. And what everybody else, we'll bring it up from the rear, so to speak. Let everyone else contribute first, and then we'll come in at the end. What happened was, actually, in this particular case, there was such an abundance of contributions. There was such an abundance of donations that it wasn't necessary for them to bring forward anything significant. So they brought forward some relatively insignificant contributions at the end. And because of that, there's a little asterisk attached to their name. Not literally an asterisk, but there's a yud missing from their name to give them a little bit of a ding, so to speak. That this was not the ideal way of giving. And this really teaches us such a powerful lesson in life. Anytime, either if we're talking about an opportunity for tzedakah, or any other davar shebekdusha, any other endeavor for the kehillah, any other endeavor for the elevation of the community for Klal Yisrael, many times there's an attitude that we have, and that attitude is, let someone else do it first. Let someone else, who else is going to be? This is a wonderful idea, but I think someone else should do it first. If I see other people joining in, I will participate as well. But no, I don't want to be from the first. I want to see who else is contributing, who else is participating, who else is partnering, who else is collaborating. And if I see enough people, if I see there's a critical mass, then I will sign up for this. When we see from the Mishkan, we see from the construction of the Mishkan, particularly with the behavior of the Nesiim, that's not the ideal attitude one should have. One should have the attitude, let us embrace this opportunity from the beginning. Let us model this behavior to encourage others and inspire others if we think this is a worthy goal. Not to say, let us see who's giving, let us see who's contributing, let us see who else is participating, then I'll be in. We should always be able to seize the moment first. Wishing you a very good Shabbos.